Radio with me, Harry Mackay.
And me, Alex Morgan-Grenville.
We have an absolutely cracking show for you.
We've got a real treat lined up.
We have sports updates from the likes of Sophie Habib and Charlie Thompson.
We've got a chat with Zara Coulthard and Holly Wright about the recent Nelson ice skating trip.
And a very informative weather report from Mr. Tom Verney.
But first, we're delighted to welcome to the studio Harry Burton, who's here to tell us about the work of the Sixth Form Committee.
Good morning, Harry. Thanks very much for dropping in.
No, not at all.
Now, first of all, can you tell all of our dear listeners what the committee actually is?
Of course. So the Sixth Form Committee is a body, there are 20 of us actually, and we're comprised entirely of Sixth Formers not on the school council. And it is our job to represent the interests of the Sixth Form, both upper and lower sixth. And we have a fairly large budget actually with which to spend on such projects we think benefit the Sixth Form specifically.
Thanks very much. And what's the committee already achieved?
So what have we done? Well, I suppose the first thing we've done is we have helped set up your Ramshill radio show, which we're all very grateful for the two of you
very much, Harry.
for doing, and we look forward to hearing many of these in the future. What else have we done? We replaced the cups, which, as many of you will note, had gone missing at the end of last year. And additionally, as you will no doubt all have noticed, we have funded and introduced the speakers, which...
Fantastic, I think.
Well...
Those speakers, absolutely brilliant.
What does the committee hope to do going on into the future?
So, as always, we hope to serve the interests of the Sixth Forms. So one thing we do hope you all will do, if you have an idea, is come forward to us and tell us. There is a notice with all our names above the Lersic toasters. One of our particular plans so far is to introduce a set of barbecues in the summer term, leading up to exams, hopefully to take the pressure off a bit. But you know, I think the key point here is do let us know, because we're really doing it for the Sixth Form as a whole.
Well, I hope I hope that all the Sixth Form will reinvigor their interest in the Sixth Form Committee after listening to this.
And finally, Harry, I just want to say thanks on behalf of everyone in Ramshill for sorting out the decorations and other festivities this Yuletide.
Yuletide. That's very kind of you to say so. I think the key thing here is it's been primarily Megan Crook that needs to have the gratitude for this. She's done an excellent job with the decoration.
Thank you very much, Harry, for coming and
thank you.
speaking.
Thank you.
Very kind of you for coming in.
Next up, we've got sports updates, with both the and boys rugby taking part recently in their respective national cups. Sophie, the girls' first hockey did remarkably well to get to the last 16 of the national cup, playing Eastbourne College.
How'd it go?
Yeah, they were an incredibly strong side, but the girls put in 100%, and at the end of the day, we couldn't really have done much more, so can't fault the effort.
So you were happy with your performance?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the effort was there. I don't think we played up to the standard we normally do, but they were such a strong team we were playing. It was obviously very hard to keep up. We'd never played anyone like that before, so...
I understand there were some fifth years playing, so do you reckon that means we're going to have strong girls hockey teams in the years to come?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think half our team at the moment is roughly made up of fifth years, so the next 2 years are going to be really good for the girls hockey. And
you went on tour recently. Would you like to tell us how that went? Was it a more positive result?
Yeah, we went to Manchester. We had 2 matches. The first match we won 2-1. We had a lot of shots on target, but their keeper was very good. And unfortunately, the second match was cancelled, which was a shame. But
definitely, to go all the way up there. Well, despite the disappointment of the cup matches, though with the happiness of the tour, we'd like to congratulate you on getting through to the last 16, which is a significant achievement.
Thank you.
I think the team can be proud of. Thank you very much, Sophie. We wish you the best in the rest of your sporting career. Next up, we're here with Charlie Thompson, who's been captaining the first for the large portion of this season. Charlie, You had a match yesterday. Who was it against, and how did you do?
We played Oakland School from Waterloo. It wasn't the most beautiful game of rugby we've ever played, but it was all about getting the win, and the boys came through. We won by, I think, 11 points. It was 21-10 in the end.
21-10.
It was a good game, and we go on to play our next match against Pangbourne, who we've already played this year, which will be a good game, hopefully.
Tell us about your previous match against Pangbourne.
So we played Pangbourne on a Friday night under lights at Newby Rugby Club. It was a good experience for all the boys involved. You know, a lot of the boys hadn't been to play under lights, and they brought a big crowd of about 500, 600 people. It was a good, yeah. It was a good experience. You know, we were outnumbered in fans, but we showed great heart and we came through and we managed to win that game, which was massive for us. It managed to get our season going, and hopefully we can get the same sort of result when we go up there after Christmas.
Thanks very much, Charlie. It was a pleasure talking to you. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
We have a certain member of the sixth form here to talk about something quite important to him, quite close to his heart. John Jones. Over to you.
Hello, boys. You know what really grinds my gears? The new speakers in Ramshill. Arrived today, already unbearable. Good idea in theory, get a few cheeky vibes around Ramshill, but the sixth form committee have failed to realise that these speakers are going to turn churches into cream fields or something. It seems Nick Taylor and Jack Stevens are in charge of the tunes, and it's all tropical house or EDM. I mean, what's next? Are we all going to start wearing acid wash skinny jeans and going for a cheeky Nando's? It's not cool, it's not entertaining, it's embarrassing, and it must be stopped.
All right, John, we're going to have to stop you there.
Stefan Younghusband.
We're going to have to stop you there, John. We're going to have to stop you there. As a member of the sixth form committee, it strikes us so surprisingly that you feel so strongly about this. But we thank you for sharing your view, and we hope to see you again soon.
We're now talking to Henry Glyde, lead actor in the recent senior production at Churches College, obviously. Henry, tell us, what was the play that you've just done?
Yeah, we've just done a Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It was a very good play. Had a strong cast, had some pretty good sets, and a few good ghosts, yeah.
And tell us how it went, generally speaking.
Yeah, it was pretty astounding, to be honest. I mean, we had to rely quite heavily on the chorus, which is new, and also the introduction of the first years into the senior production, which is also new. And
how'd you feel about that?
That was great. They did a really good job.
Fantastic.
And we did some new moves like putting Harry Mackay on stilts. That was pretty bold, I think. And also dressing me up in a wig, which is good.
I thought putting AMG on stage was pretty bold.
Yeah, that's
Harry, to be honest, mate.
Henry, what was your favourite moment of the show? We heard you had a couple of malfunctions.
Yeah, well, to be honest, those malfunctions were my favourite moments of the show. There was this particular night on the first night where, well, first of all, I hadn't realised, but my wig had pulled back a little bit, revealing my bald head. And then people were giggling, and I was like, well, what's so funny? Because I had no idea, obviously. Anyway, I got to the scene where I'm all happy and jolly, and I go and hug Cratchit. And everyone bursts out laughing, and I'm like, well, it wasn't that funny. And I turn around, and they're lying on the floor as my wig. So
It sounds very amusing.
Yeah, it was. Well,
I heard the laugh from backstage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mad, Henry.
It was mad. It was just mad. It was madness, really.
But thank you very much for coming and talking about the Christmas Carol this week. We look forward to seeing you again, Henry, somewhere on stage in some distant future.
You weren't very good in the Christmas Carol, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you.
At this festive time of the year, there are usually a number of house trips that take place, and we're thrilled to welcome to the studio Zara Coulthard and Holly Wright to talk about the Nelson ice skating trip.
Welcome, Holly and Zara. So tell us, where did you go to?
We went to the Spectrum in Guildford to do ice skating. It was so much fun.
Perfect. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Were there any standout performances
I'd definitely say Matt Vaudry and Owen Tutt were exceptional on the ice. But also Holly was pretty good because she used to do professional ice skating.
Oh, blimey. A professional ice skater?
Yeah.
Please, pray tell. What was that like? Were you a professional ice skater?
At the age of 7.
When you say professional, you mean that you were literally paid?
No.
Do you mean you like took classes in ice skating?
Whoa. Okay, this is sweet.
Alright, shout outs to Matt Vaudry and Owen Tutt there.
So you mentioned some big names in the sixth form there. Was it exclusively a sixth form trip?
No, it wasn't. It was the entire house, first to upper sixth.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a big group of people.
It's a lot of people, but
Was it good to include the whole house?
it's a great opportunity for all of the years to bond.
Thank you very much, Zara and Holly, for coming in to talk to us about your thrilling ice skating trip.
And speaking of ice, we've had some extreme weather conditions up north this week, so here is Tom Verney with a comment about the weather.
And now we have the 10-second weather roundup with Tom Verney. Here we go.
Tom, what's the weather like this week?
Cold.
What can we expect over the winter months?
Snow.
How can we expect to stay warm?
Fleece.
Is it going to get any
No.
warmer?
Thank you very much, Tom Verney, for the world's fastest weather report. And that concludes the first episode of Ramshill Radio. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas and see you next term. Goodbye, and a Happy New Year.